I loved the message. So Father Mesa was there again, and he was with us in Indonesia as well. But he mentioned the term glocal, which there was kind of like this laughter of like, what is that in the room? Because it was the first time many people had heard it. And then that was at the beginning of the week, right? And so that understanding of glocal kind of that we're both global and in our local context, it definitely resonated with more and more people as we move forward. And it was great to have Dave Smith from Educate Magis there because he knows the North American context of our schools, but he is also now in Galway with the Educate Magis team, really
Yes.
ramping that up. So to be able to have him connect and say, look, here's how you can connect with the global world. Here is, and he gave a great thing at the end where it was like, if you're this person, here's how you can get connected and educate Magis right away. If you're this person, here's how you can get connected. And I think people, the more they look into Educate Magis, it can be kind of overwhelming, like, oh my gosh, the whole world
Yep.
and everything you could ever want. So the more that people are able to kind of refine that down and say, no, plug in here, plug in there. So yeah, it was a North American gathering, but it had elements of people from the global context. And I think that
Good.
was really essential to expanding the conversation.
Yeah, Educate Magis remains a tool that we need to find ways to engage with more in our schools in North America. Whenever I do access Educate Magis, I find the Latin Americans use the format better than we do. There's just constant engagement there, and of
Mm-hmm.
so many different topics being discussed in Spanish. And the wonderful part of the of Educate Magis is you can go on and translate all of these conversations,
Mm-hmm.
in real time. But it does feel like the Latin Americans have better understood how to use this and how to engage online with different schools and people from different parts of the world. And that remains something that I think we in Canada and the United States need to be better about is using this tool that's there. It's
Mm-hmm.
being presented to us constantly. And they show us the different ways in which it can be a resource for our students, but also for us as teachers and administrators. And I think it's something that it remains underutilized. And I'm hopeful that we can find ways to make it more prominent in our schools. Kira and Dave do
Mm-hmm.
incredible work. The entire team at Educate Magis does
Mm-hmm.
does great work, and I get to speak to them a little bit as we are planning for Jesudo Montreal 2027, and you see how willing they are to help
Mm-hmm.
people who work in Jesuit schools. They're just the most generous people in the world with their time. And we
Mm-hmm.
need to be more receptive to that on our end to make sure that it's a tool that's being accessed more often.